As you lie back and relax, allow yourself to settle deeply into the comfort of this moment. The soft rise and fall of your breath is a reminder that you are here, present, in this peaceful space. Now, as you let go of all external distractions, consider a simple but profound question. What if everything you see, feel, and hear is not as solid and certain as it seems? Imagine for a moment that the world around you, the floor beneath you, the air you breathe, even the light around you, is not as fixed as it appears. Everything you experience, the sounds, the sights, the touch is governed by rules that are far beyond what we can see. These rules are not tangible. They are not things you can feel with your hands or taste with your tongue. And yet, they are the invisible forces shaping your reality, forces that define the very nature of your existence. As you relax deeper, allow this thought to sink in. In the world of quantum physics, the reality we see is not the only reality. What if, beyond what meets your eye, there are other possibilities? Possibilities that exist all at once, like a world of infinite outcomes, waiting to be realized only when they are observed. Take a slow, deep breath and consider the idea that particles in the universe, everything you are made of, everything around you are not solid objects. Instead, they exist in a state of constant probability, shifting between multiple states at once. They don't have a single, defined place until they are looked at, until they are observed. This simple act of looking, of perceiving, is what brings them into focus. What you experience as solid reality is not so fixed, but rather a fluid, ever-changing dance between possibility and actuality. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine how the particles of the world around you are not stationary, but in motion, like an ocean of waves, endlessly shifting and changing. Now, focus on your breath. With each inhale, feel yourself drawn deeper into this contemplation. Your breath is just as elusive, just as fluid as the particles around you. Your breath, too, seems to shift in a constant state of flux. It is as if your entire body, just like the particles of the universe, is in a constant state of becoming, always changing, moving, an evolving dot in this space. There is a subtle beauty to this uncertainty, to this constant shifting, and even the smallest movement like your breath can reflect this. It becomes clear that our world, though it appears stable, is governed by forces that are invisible and uncertain, much like the particles that swirl around us. And so, with each gentle breath, you begin to realize that this unpredictability is part of a much larger dance, the dance of the universe itself. As you continue to relax, feel the rhythm of your breath, slow and steady, a constant companion to your journey through the universe. With each inhale, you breathe in the mystery of the cosmos, and with each exhale, you release any tension that remains. Imagine now that you are not just a spectator of the world around you, but a participant in a much grander cosmic dance, one that stretches beyond your physical form and deep into the fabric of the universe in this world. Nothing is as fixed as it seems. You are no longer just living in a static reality. Instead, you are part of a world that is fluid, where the very nature of existence is unpredictable and open to possibility. This is the world of quantum mechanics, where particles, the very building blocks of all matter, do not behave the way we expect them to. Instead of being fixed in one place, these particles exist in a state of probability, constantly moving between possibilities until they are observed. Take a moment to reflect on that concept, probability. Imagine, if you will, a world where nothing is certain, where each possible outcome exists in parallel, waiting to be observed and brought into reality. This world is not bound by the rules of certainty that govern our daily lives. Instead, the particles that make up everything we see, your body, the air, the stars, exist in a state of superposition. They are everywhere and nowhere at the same time, a possibility until they are measured, observed, or interacted with. In essence, your perception of reality shapes the way the world unfolds before you. Imagine a simple object in front of you, perhaps a cup or a flower. In the classical world, you would see it as a solid object, fixed in place and unchanging. But in the quantum world, things are far more fluid. The atoms that make up that object are constantly moving, existing in many potential states at once. The cup is not just in one place. It exists in a range of positions and configurations, all at once. It is only when you observe the cup, when your senses come into contact with it, that its position becomes fixed, its form solidified. Until that moment, the cup is merely a probability wave, a cloud of possibilities that collapse into a single reality upon observation. Now, as you continue to breathe deeply, allow this idea to sink into your consciousness. What does it mean for your reality to be so unpredictable, so full of potential outcomes? How does it change the way you perceive the world around you? Feel how this uncertainty, the idea that your reality is made of shifting possibilities, is not something to fear, but something to embrace. For in that embrace lies the beauty of existence. Your life, like the particles, is a collection of possibilities, constantly shifting, evolving, and changing with each passing moment. You, too, are a part of this eternal dance of probabilities, always in flux, always in motion. As you reflect on this, begin to visualize the particles around you, the ones that make up the world you see. These particles are in a state of constant movement, vibrating at speeds that we cannot perceive. They are constantly exchanging energy, coming together, breaking apart, and merging into new forms. Even the solid, physical objects that you touch are, at their core, nothing more than patterns of energy in constant motion. The idea of quantum mechanics invites you to view the world as a dynamic system, a place where certainty does not exist, and where each moment is filled with infinite possibilities, just as the particles exist in multiple states. You too exist in multiple forms. You are not locked into one reality, but instead, you are a part of an ever-changing process, just like the atoms that make up the air you breathe. Let your mind drift to the idea of quantum superposition, the notion that, at a quantum level, everything is in multiple states at once. Think of it like a piece of music playing several melodies at the same time, each possibility existing alongside the other, until one melody is chosen. The potential is always there, and only when we observe does the potential collapse into the reality that we experience. Every choice you make, every thought you have, is a part of this dynamic process, a collapse of infinite possibilities into one single outcome. And yet, the potential for other outcomes still exists in parallel, always just beyond the surface of perception. This is the world. You are a part of a world where possibilities unfold in every moment. A world where everything is connected, constantly shifting and ever-changing. The quantum realm is not something abstract. It is the very fabric of your existence. Just as the particles change and exist in multiple states, so do you, in every moment, exist in a state of becoming. You are not fixed, but instead, you are a constellation of possibilities, waiting to be observed, waiting to be shaped by your consciousness. You might wonder, what does it mean to live in a world where nothing is absolutely certain? Where things exist in states of probability until they are observed, until they are decided. What does it mean to live in a universe that is not fixed, but continuously shifting, just like the shifting particles that make up everything around you? The answer is simple: freedom. In this state of uncertainty, where possibilities abound, you are free to see the world as something fluid, something in constant motion. You are no longer bound to the rigid structures of time, place, and expectation. Instead, you exist in a world that is open to infinite possibilities. As you lie here, deeply relaxed, let yourself imagine how the reality you live in might not be the only reality. As the world around you shifts and changes in the same way that particles do, you start to feel the weight of certainty ease. Imagine the freedom in knowing that nothing is fixed, that everything is fluid, and that your perception of reality shapes the world itself. Now, take another deep breath. Feel the air move through your body, like the invisible particles moving around you. Feel the world around you, shifting and changing, as the particles of life weave together to create a beautiful, dynamic dance of existence. And as you breathe, you begin to feel connected to that ever-changing dance, where reality itself is shaped by your own perception, your own awareness. and your ability to observe Dot as you continue to settle deeper into the quiet rhythm of your breath. A new realization begins to stir within you, a deeper understanding of the cosmic web that binds all things together. The stars, the air, the particles in your body, they are all part of an intricate network, a web that stretches across time and space, connecting everything, even things that seem distant or separate. This is where the concept of quantum entanglement comes into play, a phenomenon so profound that it defies the way we think about distance and separation. Imagine, if you will, to particles that are entangled. These particles, though light years apart, are linked in such a way that the state of one particle immediately affects the state of the other. No matter the distance, it's as though, despite being far apart, they share a connection that transcends time and space. The connection is instantaneous, faster than the speed of light, and defies everything we know about cause and effect. Dot as you lie in stillness. Think of yourself as part of this great web, just like the particles. You are not isolated, you are deeply interconnected with everything around you. The thought of being part of this vast, interconnected system brings a sense of peace, knowing that you are not alone in this world. The same forces that bind particles together also bind you to the universe, creating an invisible but profound connection. Even though you may feel alone at times, you are never truly isolated. You are part of a larger system where everything, from the smallest atom to the largest star, is connected. You may wonder, how can particles that are so far apart communicate instantaneously? The answer lies in the nature of quantum entanglement. When do particles become entangled? They share a bond that is unbreakable, a bond that exists beyond the physical realm. Imagine a beautiful musical composition where each note flows seamlessly into the next, creating harmony that spans across the entire piece. The entangled particles are like the notes of a symphony, playing their parts in perfect synchrony. Even though they are separated by vast distances, their connection is instantaneous. And it is through this connection that they are able to influence each other. As the quiet of the universe settles around you, another layer of the cosmic dance begins to unfold. Imagine time itself as a fluid, ever-moving river, one that doesn't simply tick away in a straight line, but flows with subtle distortions, bending and twisting in unexpected ways. Time is not a rigid, linear progression. It is a soft, flowing current that can change and shift with the slightest ripple. The illusion of time is not just something we experience. It is something woven into the very fabric of the universe, shaped by forces far beyond our understanding. Take a deep, slow breath. Feel the pulse of time within you. The moments pass as you breathe, and yet, in some way, they stretch out and compress at will. As you lie here, You begin to realize that the time you experience is not fixed. It can expand or contract, depending on how you observe it. Just like the quantum particles, time exists in a state of possibility. You can perceive it as a continuous stream, flowing from past to present to future. Or you can perceive it as something more fluid, more interwoven with the rest of the universe. Quantum mechanics reveals that time is not the absolute truth we once thought it to be. In fact, time behaves much like light, both wave and particle, both present and absent. In the quantum world, time can bend and stretch depending on the observer, just like a wave that moves through space, sometimes expanding and sometimes contracting, depending on where you are in relation to it. Imagine, if you will, the space around you. How does time feel in this moment? Does it move quickly? Or does it seem to slow as you sink deeper into relaxation? Do you feel as though the present moment stretches out, allowing you to fully enjoy every sensation? Or do you notice how quickly time passes as your thoughts settle into the present? Time is not a simple, linear force that dictates the rhythm of your life. Instead, it is intertwined with the rhythm of the universe, constantly shifting, bending, and expanding. When you observe the world around you, time is shaped by your perception, just as the quantum particles behave differently depending on how they are observed. It is in these moments of stillness that you can begin to understand how time itself is malleable, a constant dance of fluid possibilities. Time becomes something to experience rather than simply something to measure. Feel the sensation of time around you as it stretches and bends. Each moment of your life is a part of the greater cosmic flow, a wave of energy that moves in harmony with the universe's natural rhythms. Just as the particles you learned about earlier are part of an ever-shifting state of possibilities, so too is your perception of time a shifting experience. Every second is part of a greater, infinite pattern, and you, in this moment, are both a participant and a witness to this great cosmic dance. Now, reflect on how time interacts with light. Both are in a state of constant motion, energy that moves in waves, rippling through space and time. As you lie here, the passage of time seems both long and short, a paradoxical experience. It feels as though the moments are stretched out before you, as if the universe itself is holding its breath, allowing you to experience everything around you in perfect detail. And yet, in the next instant, you feel time slip away from you, leaving only the peaceful rhythm of your own breath, marking the passage of moments with gentle certainty. As the gentle rhythm of your breath deepens, you feel the weight of time and space gently ebb away, leaving behind a profound stillness. It is in this stillness, in the quiet of the present moment, that you begin to realize a beautiful truth. The universe is not something to be controlled. It is something to be embraced. The uncertainty that exists at the heart of quantum physics is not something to fear. It is a pathway to freedom, to new possibilities, and to the ever-present flow of life. Take a slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, release any thoughts of control, of certainty, and of fixed outcomes. Imagine, if you will, that the universe is like a river, flowing in its own direction, its path uncertain, yet beautiful. You do not need to force the river to go in any particular direction. It moves of its own accord, in perfect harmony with the landscape. And just as the river flows, so does the universe ever-changing, ever-expanding, and filled with infinite possibilities. In the world of quantum mechanics, uncertainty is not a flaw. It is the very essence of creation. At the quantum level, particles do not follow a fixed path. They exist in a state of possibility, waiting to be observed. And it is in this state of potential that life itself unfolds. The universe is constantly evolving, shifting, and shaping itself in response to the possibilities that are observed. This uncertainty is not chaos. It is freedom, a freedom that allows for growth, expansion, and transformation. Feel the peaceful rhythm of uncertainty as it flows through you. Just as the universe shifts and changes, so to do you, every thought, every breath, every feeling you experience is part of this fluid, ever-moving process. You do not need to know everything. You do not need to control every outcome. Just as the particles in the quantum world move with infinite potential, so too does your life move with infinite possibilities. The more you let go of the need for certainty, the more you are able to experience the fullness of life's journey. In this moment, let go of any expectations about how things should unfold. Release the need to predict every step, every outcome. Just as the particles shift and change with each observation, so does your life, ever growing and ever moving. You are part of this grand, infinite dance, where uncertainty and possibility are the very forces that propel you forward. As you lie there, deeply relaxed, notice how the world around you feels. The air is still and calm, yet full of infinite possibilities, just like the quantum particles that exist in a state of potential. You are surrounded by the peaceful energy of the universe, moving in harmony with the rhythm of time. The past, present, and future are not fixed. They exist in a dance of possibilities, constantly shifting with the ebb and flow of your own awareness. As you breathe, you realize that just like the quantum world, your life is full of possibilities, full of potential, just waiting to unfold. As you continue to relax, a deeper understanding of the universe begins to form. You now recognize that everything around you, from the tiniest particles to the vast expanse of the stars, is interconnected. The quantum world does not just exist in the abstract, it is the very fabric of reality, the foundation of all that is. Your thoughts, your body, and the air around you are all influenced by the same laws that govern the microscopic and the macroscopic worlds. Don't imagine for a moment. The interconnectedness of the universe has an intricate web, with every particle, every wave, and every light pulse connected to another. There is no such thing as true isolation in this cosmic system. You, like everything else, are part of this web, this grand design of energy, light, and possibility, just as particles influence one another through quantum entanglement. So do you influence the world around you, your thoughts, your intentions. Your presence ripple out, creating waves of influence that touch everything. Feel the connection between you and the world around you. The warmth of your body, the coolness of the air, and the gentle rhythm of your breath are all part of the same universal pulse, the same vibration that flows through the quantum world. There is no separation between you and the stars, between you and the trees, between you and the deepest mysteries of the universe. You are, quite literally, part of the fabric of reality, woven into the same intricate tapestry that holds everything together. In this chapter, we explore the idea that, much like quantum particles, we are constantly influencing and being influenced by everything around us. Just as the smallest particles affect the behavior of others in subtle yet profound ways, so too do we have an impact on the world. Every action, every thought, and every breath we take ripples outward, shaping the future. Much like the particles whose positions are determined by observation, our reality is constantly evolving, always shaped by our awareness and presence in the world. This understanding of interconnectedness is not just theoretical, it is practical. It means that your every interaction, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is part of the larger cosmic dance. Every act of kindness, every moment of awareness, every choice you make is woven into the fabric of the universe, creating ripples that extend outward in ways you may not even see. Yet, just like the quantum particles, you are constantly connected to everything. Every action you take creates an effect that can influence the course of events. Large or small dot as you reflect on this. Feel the deep peace that comes from understanding that you are part of something much larger than yourself. You are part of an endless network, a flow of energy and information that transcends time and space. This realization doesn't create a sense of burden or responsibility. Instead, it brings a sense of freedom. You don't need to control every aspect of your life, because you are already connected to the vast energy of the universe, always moving in harmony with the cosmic flow dot as you rest deeper into the quiet rhythm of your breath. Another layer of understanding unfurls in the quiet space around you. You now realize that just as the universe moves in a cosmic dance, it is also governed by cycles of life, death, and renewal. These cycles are as natural as the air you breathe, as fundamental as the particles that make up the very fabric of existence. Everything, from the smallest atom to the vastest galaxy, moves through cycles each beginning, evolving and ultimately transforming into something new. Imagine the cycle of the seasons, where the cold of winter gives way to the warmth of spring, and the lushness of summer fades into the stillness of autumn. These cycles mirror the patterns of the universe itself, reflecting a process of continual change and regeneration. In the quantum world, this idea of cycles is just as important. Even at the smallest scale, particles are constantly entering states of possibility and then transforming, a process of birth, death, and rebirth that shapes the world we experience. The trees you see outside, the flowers that bloom in the spring, and even the stars in the sky all follow similar rhythms. They grow, flourish, and eventually fade, only to make way for new life to emerge. This eternal process is the heartbeat of the universe. Every falling leaf, every decaying star, is a gift to the universe, providing the nutrients, the energy, the raw materials necessary for new life to begin. It is a cycle of constant renewal and transformation. Take a moment to reflect on this cycle in your own life. Just as the particles around you move through states of possibility, so to do you. Every experience you have is part of a larger process, a process that is always changing, always evolving, and always transforming. You are part of a cosmic cycle, moving through moments of growth, moments of stillness, and moments of transformation. With every breath, you too are part of this eternal rhythm, the cycle of life. Imagine yourself as a tree. In your life, you, too, go through seasons. You have moments of growth, when your energy expands and your branches stretch out to embrace the light. There are also times of stillness, when you pause and reflect, drawing in the nourishment that sustains you. And, of course, there are times when you let go like the leaves in the fall, when the old parts of you make way for something new, something that will help you grow even more fully in the future. Just like the trees and stars, you are part of the ever-changing, ever-flowing cycle of life. As you relax deeper, you start to sense something profoundly transformational about the universe, the realization that the world you inhabit is not fixed, not static, but alive with potential. Every moment, every breath you take is part of an ongoing process of creation, a process that is infinitely mutable, constantly shifting in response to the energy and awareness that you bring into it. Don't imagine for a moment that you are at the center of this cosmic dance. Around you, the particles of the universe shift and change, flowing through states of possibility until they are observed, until they are shaped by your awareness. Just like the quantum particles we've discussed before, the entirety of existence is full of potential outcomes, awaiting observation to bring them into being. And you, through your thoughts, your emotions, Your consciousness are the observer who plays a central role in shaping this reality. As you sit or lie back and breathe, let the idea of infinite possibility wash over you. The very air around you is not a fixed thing. It is alive, vibrating with potential. It's as if the molecules themselves are in constant motion, each moment offering new possibilities, new ways for the universe to manifest. The light around you, too, is not solid, but a wave of potential, flowing through infinite states until it reaches the observer, until you become aware of it. You, the observer, are actively participating in the creation of your world. This idea that you are a participant in the unfolding of the universe holds incredible power. As you continue to breathe, feel how each breath you take is a choice, a decision in the vast ocean of possibilities that exist around you. The very act of breathing is a conscious choice, just as the universe chooses its shape based on your awareness. And in this moment, you are part of the process, just as every atom, every molecule, and every star is part of this grand cosmic unfolding. Now, as you reflect on the idea that the universe is not fixed, but filled with infinite potential, consider the role that your consciousness plays. In the quantum world, particles exist in multiple states simultaneously, and it is your awareness, your observation, that collapses the possibilities into a single reality. The choices you make, the thoughts you think, and the energy you project are all part of this process of collapse, shaping the world around you. Feel the deep power in knowing that you are not just a passive observer of life. You are an active participant in its creation. Your thoughts and intentions are powerful forces that shape the future, that bring new possibilities into existence. The world, just like the quantum particles, is a dance of infinite potential, and you are one of the dancers, one of the creators in this cosmic rhythm. As you rest deeper into the rhythm of your breath, a profound awareness begins to settle. You realize now that the connection between thought and reality is not just metaphorical. It is a living, breathing force that shapes the universe around you. Each thought, each intention, and every moment of awareness has the power to reshape your perception of the world. You are co-creating your reality alongside the universe, weaving together the fabric of existence with each conscious breath. Imagine, if you will, that your mind is a portal, a gateway through which the infinite possibilities of the universe flow. The mind is not just a passive receiver of reality. It is an active participant, an artist painting the canvas of existence with thoughts, emotions, and awareness. Everything you perceive is filtered through the lens of your mind, creating a world that is uniquely yours, yet intrinsically connected to the greater cosmic flow. Every thought you have ripples through the universe, sending out waves of energy that influence the fabric of reality, just as a pebble creates ripples in a still pond. Your thoughts create ripples in the vast ocean of possibilities. As you focus on your breath, Imagine the subtle waves of energy created by your thoughts, rippling through space, influencing the world around you. With each thought, you influence the quantum state of your reality, shaping the universe to reflect your perception. Feel how each thought you have carries power. The mind is like a lens, focusing the infinite possibilities of the universe into a single reality. When you observe something, when you bring your attention to it, you collapse the potential into the actual, just as the quantum particles exist in multiple states until observed. Similarly, your attention shapes the world around you, collapsing infinite possibilities into a tangible, experiential reality. With each moment of awareness, you shape the world. Your presence in this moment, the awareness you bring to your surroundings, is not passive. It is active, like the particles in the quantum world that change depending on whether they are observed. As you breathe and focus on your thoughts, you become aware of the deep connection between your mind and the world around you. You realize that your thoughts are not just fleeting, but have the power to shape your experience of the world, to create new possibilities in every moment. Take a deep breath and focus your awareness inward. Imagine that you are not just a passive observer of life, but a creator of it, the world around you. As you now understand, is not set in stone. It is malleable, fluid, and shaped by your conscious thoughts. Each time you bring your awareness to something, you activate it. You give it form, give it structure, just as the particles of the universe are shaped by the observer. You are part of a universal system, where your thoughts play an essential role in the unfolding of reality. Feel the deep empowerment in this knowledge. You are not limited to simply observing life. You are creating it, moment by moment. The universe, with all its infinite potential, is reflected in you as you think, as you breathe, as you exist. You shape the world around you. Your thoughts are not isolated, they are part of a greater cosmic pattern that influences and guides the unfolding of reality. Your awareness is interwoven with the very fabric of existence, influencing not only the world around you, but the universe itself. As you lie still, grounded in the present moment, another realization settles within you, one that carries a deep, calming peace. You are not separate from the universe. You are not just watching the cosmic dance unfold. You are an active part of it, shaping the flow with each breath, with each thought, and with every choice you make. The cosmic dance is not outside of you, it is within you, woven into the fabric of your very being. The energy of the universe flows through your veins. The particles of light and energy swirling in perfect harmony with your breath, your thoughts, and your actions. In this moment of deep connection, feel how the rhythm of the universe mirrors your own inner rhythm. The universe is not a chaotic, random place, but a system of patterns, cycles, and harmonious connections. Every particle, every wave of energy, Every thought and emotion you experience is part of this eternal flow that does not begin or end, but is constantly evolving, constantly creating. You are part of this endless cycle of creation. Just as stars are born and die, just as flowers bloom and wither, you too are in a constant state of becoming. Life is not a static experience, but a dynamic process of creation and transformation. You are not just experiencing the world around. You are shaping it with every breath, with every thought, and with every intention. And in doing so, you are participating in the cosmic flow of life, death, and rebirth. Take a deep breath and feel the peace of this realization. You are a part of the unfolding story of the universe. And every moment you spend in awareness is a moment that shapes the future. Your thoughts, your choices, your energy ripple out into the world, influencing the course of events in ways you may never fully understand, but in ways that are infinitely meaningful. The flow of creation is constant and ongoing, and you are an essential part of it. Feel the deep peace that comes with knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. You are not separate from the universe, but deeply connected to it. The cosmic flow is within you, and every step you take, every breath you inhale, is a part of that eternal dance of creation. Just as the quantum particles exist in states of potential, so too do you. Each moment is filled with the possibility of what you will create next, what you will observe, what you will experience, and what you will bring into existence.